It's time to center in. So find yourself in a comfortable seated position. When you're ready, begin to close the eyes. Taking a moment right here to scan that body head to toe. Today, noticing any sensations in the body, whether that be aches or pains, twinges, sore muscles, and just sending them love. Go over any thought patterns or emotional patterns that might have come up over the last few days. Not seeing them as good or bad, just seeing them as is. Just like the ebb and flow of the tides, so flows our emotions and our thoughts. Remembering that we are not stuck in one thought or one emotion. We have a powerful tool to help us transition into a calmer body and mind. Bring your awareness now to your breath, that natural flow in and out of the nose. Start to notice that chest rise and fall as you inhale and exhale. And then bring your awareness to your belly, maybe drawing that hand to the belly. As you inhale, let that belly expand. As you exhale, draw that belly button back and in towards the spine. Taking a few mindful cycles of breath right here. Remembering this breath throughout the rest of our class. Take a moment and start to notice any sounds around you. As anything becomes a distraction to you, remember you can name it, you can acknowledge it, and you can send it away, returning back to that breath in and out of the nose. Take a moment and notice the temperature of the room, wherever you are right now on your body. And then we're going to set an intention for today's class. Usually the first word that comes to mind. Maybe your word today is simply alignment. Maybe relax, strength, power, contentment. Whatever word you choose, use that word as you get distracted by sights, sounds, thoughts, emotions, ego. Return back to the word, return back to the breath, and return back to the present moment. Let's take a moment and really release, drawing the palms of the hands up towards the sky, opening those palms wide. We're going to gather everything that led us up to this very moment and everything that needs to happen after. Place it in the palm of our hands. Bring those fingertips up, holding on to a nice tight fist, everything we have placed there. We're going to take a deep breath through the nose and let it out through the lips. And on the third time, we're going to open those hands, letting everything go. Following along, inhale through that nose and let it go through the lips. Again, inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale, open those hands and let it go. Start to bring your awareness back to this space. When you're ready to add some movement in, maybe you stretch those legs out. Maybe you move through the legs. Coming back into our easy pose, we're going to bring the fingertips to each side of the body. We're going to move through the 8 moves of the spine. Following along, inhale, draw them up. Exhale, release them over the head. Take an inhale up here, and then release the arms down. Inhale, coming forward, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, round the back. Pull the shoulder blades apart and tuck that chin down into the chest. Inhale up to a tall spine. Exhale that right hand over to the side. Inhale up, exhale the left hand. Inhale up, take that right hand to left shoulder twist, exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. From here, we're going to extend our legs into a wide leg position. However that feels good in your body, you might find your knees are bent. That's completely okay. We're going to draw the hands into prayer center. We're going to stretch through those inner thighs. So just drop that elbow down to the knee and then bring it over to the other knee. Paying attention to those feet, giving them a nice little flex, protecting your knees. Come back to center, drop the hands. We're going to head into a forward fold. Taking a few cycles of breath right here. And then come up onto those fingertips. We're going to walk our way to the right leg. Bring the nose over top of the knee, taking a breath or two right here. When you're ready, walking your way over to the left. Bringing the nose over top of the knee, taking a few cycles of breath. When you're ready, we're going to walk all the way back to that right leg. We're going to take our right hand and take our peace fingers to our toes. On the next breath, we're going to inhale. We're going to roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades into a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Draw the chin in towards the chest. Inhale, come up to a tall spine. Exhale, release. Moving through a few more of these at your own pace. Matching your movement to breath. On your next exhale, sink into this stretch. Taking a few cycles of breath, drawing the chin into the chest. Releasing the hands, walking our way over to the left. Bring the nose over top of the knee. We're going to take the peace fingers on our left hand around those toes. Again, that knee might be bent, and that's okay. We're going to inhale, draw the shoulders back, squeeze those shoulder blades. Then exhale, round into a forward fold. Drawing the chin in towards the chest. Inhale, coming up to your halfway lift. Exhale, round. Moving at your own pace, listening and honoring what the body feels today. Maybe you can go deeper into your stretch. Maybe you're being gentle on your body. Taking another inhale, coming up. Exhale, round, drawing the chin into the chest. Releasing the hands, coming back to center, and heading back into that forward fold. Coming up to a tall spine. I'm going to draw those legs in, give them a little shake. From here, we're going to transition into our cat-cow. So starting in our tabletop position, let's spread those fingers wide like roots in the earth. Hips over top of the knees, shoulders over top of our wrists. On the next breath, drop that belly towards the earth. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Tailbone comes up to the sky into our cow. From here, we're going to exhale, tuck our tailbone, draw the spine to the ceiling. Pull those shoulder blades apart. Draw that chin in to the chest, into cat. Begin to flow through cat-cow at your own pace, matching your movement to breath. next breath, come back into that tabletop. Bring those toes together, sink into a child's pose. Bringing that forehead down towards the earth, maybe rocking the head side to side. And then drawing onto the elbows. We're going to shift the weight into our right elbow, lift up our left elbow, thread the needle through, reaching to the other side, planting our head down, taking a breath or two. You can extend that right arm to the top of your mat, or you can bring it behind your back for a bind, connecting the breath. Release that right hand underneath that right shoulder. Reach that left hand up to the sky. And release that elbow back down. Shifting the weight now into the left elbow. That right hand's going to come up. That right hand's going to thread the needle through to the other side, releasing the head or face onto the mat. That left hand can reach to the top of the mat, or you can take it behind for a bind. Connecting the breath in and out of the nose. Release that left hand underneath the left shoulder, pressing through the floor. Reach that right hand up, coming back into tabletop. Now, if you're finding yourself to have a little bit of pain through the knees here, you can grab a blanket, a towel, something to protect the knees. So we're going to walk our hands forward about a hand length. We're going to tuck our toes under, and from here, start to straighten out the legs into our plank. On the next breath, walk the hands all the way to the feet and start to round up. If you find that's too much pressure on the lower back, flatten the back and come up that way. Beautiful. We're going to walk to the top of our mats. And we're going to find our mountain pose, which is the building block of all yoga postures. We're going to simply ground our feet into the earth, move through the knees, tuck the tailbone under. It's going to activate through our core. From here, roll the shoulders back and down. Hands can come out to the side. Crown of the head's nice and tall. Connect the breath. We're going to move through 2 full sun salutations. The first one I'm going to take very slow. We're going to work on that alignment of our sun salutation, teaching knees, chest, chin. Coming into that mountain pose again, soft bend in those knees. Inhale, draw the arms overhead. Exhale, take a slight back bend, remembering to keep that tailbone tucked. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, we're going to fly down into a forward fold. In our forward fold, everything is nice and bent through the knees and the legs. The head's relaxed. The ears are next to the biceps. And as we inhale, we're going to straighten out the legs as we draw the hands to the shins, coming to our halfway lift. Rolling those shoulders back, squeezing those shoulder blades. Kind of familiar as we did in our wide leg halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then we're going to drop our hands and walk or hop our way back into a plank. From here, we're going to drop our knees to the earth. Our elbows are going to stay by our body. Our chest is going to fall, chin, whole body flattens out. Squeeze the hands into the earth, squeeze the elbows into the body, coming up to our cobra. Pull those shoulders down. When you're ready, you can transition into tabletop before pushing into our downward facing dog. We're going to move through the knees in our downward facing dog. And then I want you to bend the knees, press through the heel of the hand. Bring that chest in to the thighs. When you're ready, you can look between the hands and you can step or you can hop. Exhale back into that forward fold. Inhale, straighten those legs, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. That means rise from the feet, the knees, the hips, the core, the shoulders, the arms. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Take a moment and shake it out, side to side. Just letting those arms just move back and forth. Now let's take it a little faster to our breath, following along. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, straighten the legs, halfway lift. Squeeze those shoulder blades. And then I want you to tuck that belly button into the spine, flattening the back a little bit more. Exhale, forward fold. Drop the hand, step or hop back into that plank. From here, we're going to have a little challenge. We're going to shift forward. Elbows are still going to come by our body into our chaturanga or four-limbed pose. Tops of feet come to the earth. Push up through the heel of those hands into our up dog. Beautiful. Now you can take one foot at a time, or you can roll over those feet, coming to your downward facing dog. Walk your dog. On the next breath, bend those knees. Press them into the chest. From here, you can stay pressed into the thighs, or you can shift your weight into the right foot, lift up that left leg, and drop it over to the right. Maybe pressing that right heel into the earth. When you're ready, return that left foot to the earth. Shift your weight. Right leg comes up. Right leg comes over to the left. Maybe pressing that left heel into the earth. Release that right foot back to the earth. When you're ready, look through the hand, step or hop. Exhale into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. So I'm going to give you a little challenge to get down to your mat this week. Come to the top of your mat. We're going to come up onto our toes. Now, looking out in front, we're going to find our drishti gaze, somewhere that we can focus. It helps with our balance. From here, maybe lowering ourselves down. Beautiful. And then gracefully, or not, release to the earth. Roll it out. When you're ready, straighten that whole body onto the earth. Reach those arms over the head. Point the toes. Draw the knees into the chest, giving them a little hug. Rocking them side to side. Drop the feet to the earth. Hands come by your side. Squeeze those glutes. Come up to a bridge. Beautiful. Now you can stay here in your bridge, or you want to take it a little bit higher. Interlace the fingers under the glutes. Roll one shoulder under, and then the next. Bringing those hips up a little higher. Connect the breath. When you're ready, release the hands. Undo those shoulders. Drop that vertebrae by vertebrae back to the earth. Give those knees a little hug. Maybe rock it side to side. Release the feet back to the floor and release the arms to the side, bending at the elbows, opening up through the chest and the shoulders. We're going to windshield wiper those knees side to side. And then release the knees over to one side. Maybe turning the head in the opposite direction. Connect the breath. Bring that head back to center. Draw the knees back up and let them fall over the opposite direction. Maybe turning the head in the opposite direction of the knees, connecting that breath. Coming back to center, bringing the knees back to center. We're going to draw the legs up into the air. Bring the arms up into the air. We're going to take a moment and think about anything that just doesn't serve our body or our mind or emotions right now. Take a deep breath and shake it out. Releasing, letting it go, getting some somatic movement through that body. Keep going, keep shaking. Make noise if you need to. Let it out. This is crazy. Leave me alone. I let it go. And release that body down to your mat. As we settle in for our last posture, Shavasana, you might keep the arms close to the body, the legs close together. You might spread yourself out like a starfish. Taking a few cycles of breath right here, doing a scan, noticing any sensations in the body, and then setting them aside. As we settle in, I want you to imagine yourself climbing a mountain. Now imagining that mountain in your mind's eye. Maybe noticing the snowy peaks at the top of the mountain. And that's your goal. As you climb, you start to notice the body as heavy. So you search yourself for anything else you need to let go of. So you let go of people's drama at the grocery store, and it becomes easier to climb. You let go of something that someone said to you the other day, and you start to become light as a feather as you let these things go. You make your way to the top of the mountain in record time. You look out from the top of the mountain at your success, leaving all those things behind in the valley as you celebrate that mountaintop. Your body begins to feel completely at ease. You can feel the relaxation spreading from the toes to the arch of the foot, relaxing through those ankle bones, softening the knees. You can feel the thigh muscles melting over the bones. You can even feel a little bit of an adjustment as those hips relax. The tummy's soft, shoulders and arms just weighing heavy in relaxation next to you. You might squeeze the face, and as you let it go, that scalp and forehead release. You let go of the jaw, and finally drop the tongue from the roof of your mouth. You have nothing left to do, only to be. Shavasana. When you're ready, start to bring your awareness back to this space. When you're ready to add movement back in, start with smaller movements through fingers and toes. Maybe reaching those arms over the head, re-energizing through the body. And then rolling on to one side, maybe using that arm as a nice soft pillow. We're going to take a moment right here Give ourselves gratitude for showing up for ourselves today, taking care of ourselves. Remembering self-care is never selfish because we cannot pour from an empty vessel. When you're ready, start to make your way up into your seated position, maybe keeping the eyes closed and trusting the body knows the way. We're going to take a deep inhale, reaching the arms over the head together, drawing the palms to touch. As we move down, bringing the hands to that third eye, taking a moment right here to leave with only kind thoughts about ourselves. Coming down to the lips, that we learn to speak kindness. Again, not only to others, but to ourselves first. Coming down to that heart center, know that the light within me sees and honors the light within you. Together, we say, Namaste. Thank you.